Good morning, everybody, and welcome back once again to Maximus the Fourth. What I have to present to you guys today, to your guys' left, is an original bottle of caffeine-free Pepsi, and then what I have to your guys' right is a modern-day can of caffeine-free Pepsi. Today, I plan on opening up both of these containers, doing a taste test, letting you guys know exactly what I think about it. But before then, I'm going to walk you guys through the story of caffeine-free Pepsi and how it first began. And then we'll possibly do an ingredient scan. I will then pour both of these into a shot glass, and we'll take a look at the liquids to see how they've aged over the years. And then the taste test comparison is on. And then we'll be done here. So let's get it on. So, caffeine-free Pepsi was first introduced in 1982 under the name of Pepsi Free. And the reason why Pepsi came out with caffeine-free Pepsi in the first place, it was to give Pepsi consumer fans a chance to be able to still consume Pepsi at night and not be all wired. Now, when Pepsi Free first came out, it was actually pretty popular. It did pretty well. But as time went on, I think they had added a few graphics to the container, and it wasn't just a flat, red and blue. There is a Diet Pepsi Free as well version that's white, I think, with blue letters, or one of the two. But eventually what happened is that Pepsi ended up discontinuing Pepsi Free altogether in 1987 because the color scheme of it looked way too close to Coca-Cola. And nowadays, here in 2024, if you were to take a look at a silly 2024 limited edition Marvel Coca-Cola can, you can very, very clearly see that the color scheme, even nowadays, looks way too close to that. So, that is why I'm not going to repeat myself. So, with Pepsi Free being discontinued in 1987, it was renamed and rebranded into caffeine-free Pepsi, but as the years went on, eventually it was renamed and rebranded into Pepsi Caffeine-Free. So they just simply flip-flopped the title. Now that I've given you guys the story on caffeine-free Pepsi and how it first began, let's do an ingredients scan. So the original Pepsi-free bottle reads carbonated water, high fructose corn syrup and or sugar, caramel color, phosphoric acid, citric acid, and natural flavoring. There's another word that says I don't know. It's blocked off because there's rust. But I did the best I could. In the 2023-2024 can says carbonated water, high fructose corn syrup, caramel color, sugar, phosphoric acid, citric acid, natural flavor. So the only difference from what I can see is that there's not really any difference at all. That looks very close to me. The phosphoric acid and the citric acid just might be flip-flopped. Like, meaning the old one might have had more phosphoric acid or more citric acid. But anyways, that doesn't really matter. Let's go ahead and open up both of these containers and take a look at the liquids now before we do the taste test. Okay, I got the Pepsi Free opened up. We're only going to do half a shot. Not going to go crazy here. Now the modern day Pepsi caffeine free. Okay. So, take a look at the liquid comparison. You can actually see that there's still some carbonation in the old Pepsi caffeine-free, or the Pepsi-free to your guys' left. And then, to your guys' right, on the modern day Pepsi caffeine-free, you can definitely see that the bubbles are a lot more vibrant and more carbonation in it altogether, but that old one does not look half bad. Let's go ahead and start with the old one. Original Pepsi free, ladies and gentlemen. Oh wow. That is not half bad. You can definitely taste that there is some age to it. But it's actually very impressive how much carbonation has been retained even in a glass bottle. I've actually seen that happen pretty well with an old bottle of Bubble Up. Okay, it just tastes old, tastes more flat than carbonated, and you can definitely taste that there's no caffeine in it. If you've ever had the chance to try, well, we'll get into that later. And now, the modern day Pepsi caffeine free. Okay, much better. It absolutely tastes much more vibrant, as it should. And I'll tell you guys what, if you've never had the chance to try a caffeine-free Pepsi, it is very, you can taste the pureness of the Pepsi without that caffeine blocking the natural flavor. It's actually quite an amazing experience. It's very much like traveling in a time machine. It reminds me of the days of when my grandfather was still alive. And it tastes so pure that it's literally almost like drinking pancake syrup. That's the best way I can describe it. But there you guys have it. That's my full assessment. The last thing that I wanted to say is that Pepsi caffeine free of today, it's actually pretty hard to find. My Aunt Kim from Massachusetts actually had to send me a case of this because I can't find it in my area. So I want to give a huge shout out and thanks to Aunt Kim. If it weren't for her, this video wouldn't have even been possible today. So that's it, you guys. That was what would happen if you drank an old caffeine-free Pepsi next to a modern-day fresh one. That's what happens. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you all. I'm going to leave 3 links down in the description below. The first one is going to be Diet Coke 2-liter no burp challenge, attempt number 2. The second one will be Cherry Coke 2-liter chug. And then the third one will be, I think, Massive Church Breakfast. I don't know. Anyways, all 3 of those videos, or Coca-Cola Ultimate 2-liter chug. All 3 of those videos I need to promote to 1,000 views. So definitely check those videos out, even if you've watched them already. And for all other extras and even ways to help support this channel, it's going to be all listed down in the description below. Maximus the Fourth here, as always. I thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time.